Hello and welcome to this week's tarot reading for all fire signs. I hope this finds you well. I trust you'll use your own intuition as your primary instrument of resonance. Leave behind what does not reverberate. Tarot does not tell the future. The only thing that determines your future is how you react, reflect, and respond to the messages herein. In front of me, I have the Page of Wands, the Page of Cups in reverse, and the Queen of Cups in reverse. I have the Seven of Cups, I have the Hierophant and the Lovers, and I also used my Demonology deck today, and I pulled out the card Aries, who is also the Hierophant. So we have the Hierophant twice here, and then Moloch, who is of course the devil. And Aries teaches astrology, the virtues of the stars, and the houses of the planets and how to understand them. He transforms men with dignities and finds favor with friends and foes. And Moloch, of course, makes one worse off than ever before, tricks mortals into being bound, and accepts child sacrifice. And one of the other cards I have here is from the Mystical Healing deck, and it is the number 22 card, and it's entitled Minimize Guilt. And there's a woman on this card who has her eyes blindfolded, and it just really brings me back to the Devil card here, of being kind of blinded and losing the path in front of you. And then the Page of Cups in reverse is just telling me that there's an imbalance in your intuition, in your heart space, in picking up on the subtle cues that allow you to or guide you towards the higher timeline. And Aries being here with the Hierophant being here twice, it's really calling on you to look at these cycles in your life, look at why things are happening, why things are going the way they are, and to not to feel guilty about the circumstances in which you find yourself in, but rather to take action, to take productive action, and to make good, wholesome choices with the Lovers card here. But this setting, this reading is really drawing upon the deadly sins, or just being pulled into low vibrational circumstances, being pulled into low vibrational social settings. We have the 2 pages here in the reading which indicates a social setting, an event, a party, something like that. Just really indulging almost too much, with the 7 of Cups here as well, because the 7 of Cups represents the 7 deadly sins. It represents choices, and some choices are better than others depending on the circumstances. But with the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Page of Cups in reverse, I'm just seeing this imbalance, this emotional imbalance. And it could be too much partying, it could be too much distraction, it could be too much sloth, you're just being lazy, and the guilt is starting to pile up. Your responsibilities are starting to pile up, which is making you anxious, which is making you worried, which is making you feeling guilty about all the things that you haven't done. And the only way to minimize that guilt is to start to make wholesome choices, the Lovers card here again, and also seek counsel as well. The Hierophant here coming up twice is asking for that higher power to guide you, asking for the blessings to fall down on you, and to really have that reflective time, and even some structure as well, because we think about the Hierophant as being the Pope and the Church, and that is structure, that is institutional institutions. So bringing structure into your life, making sure that you're not overindulging. And it's fine to indulge, it's fine to experience the luxuries of life, or to be the 7 deadly sins. But they become sins when they start taking over, when they start clouding your judgment, when you start becoming egotistical, when you start becoming arrogant or aggressive, abrasive, when you start neglecting things in your life that you should not be neglecting. And they are kind of a distraction as well. So it's really bringing your focus back to, okay, why am I being distracted? why am I indulging in these things when I have these responsibilities? And it's like, do these responsibilities actually mean anything to you? And that's the reflection that is needed. That's the structure that's needed. You need to restructure your life. You need to restructure your priorities and really take a good look at yourself. You know, the devil card here. You really need to look at yourself in the mirror and make the change. You know, it's kind of that Michael Jackson song, The Man in the Mirror. The change starts with you, and then all of these things outside of yourself will start to blossom and grow with the Page of Wands here. But you can't do that. You can't do that productively if you're just, you know, being distracted by all of these things and low vibrational things. And of course, these activities can be high vibrational. You know, indulging in things, you know, following your desire and those sorts of things can be high vibrational. But if you're doing them as a distraction from your responsibilities, then, you know, they become very low vibrational, and they lead you down this path of just pretty much the Mullet card makes one worse off than ever before, and tricks mortals into being bound. So that sense of being bound, the blindness. And when you become blind in your senses, there is that feeling that you are physically bound, that you have no way out, that you are trapped, that you can't do the things that you want to do. And then all of a sudden these activities that you have been indulging in then also become a burden as well. You know, and they start to send you down a path that is no longer enjoyable, but you don't really know how to get yourself out of it. So this reading, I really just want to say, you know, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus is just coming to my mind, because we got the Hierophant here twice, and it's just it's really just a reading of, you need to get out of this cycle. Again, Arias is here to let you know, hey, maybe every spring, every autumn for us in the Southern Hemisphere, you start to go through these cycles. You start to just really overindulge in these things, or you start to get really off the track at work, or, you know, go have a look at your astro chart. See what's transiting in the houses. See what, you know, see what the planets are doing. See what the influences are. And, you know, the sun transiting, you know, the same house and the same sign every year at the same time, you know, look to the opposite house. Look to the house that the sun is shining on, because that will give you a lot of perspective of, you know, the balancing that you have to do. So the sun will be transiting Aries. So look at where Aries is in your chart, and then look directly across from that and see what house that is, see what planets are sitting in there, and see what zodiac it is, because that will give you, well, the zodiac will obviously be Libra, but see what's inside of it and see what house it's sitting in, because that will give you an indication of the things that you really, you know, it's cleaning out your closet. It's cleaning out the closet of Libra. So the sun shining in there is having a really good look in there, and you need to deal with those things in Libra. And Libra is a zodiac of harmony. It's where Saturn is exalted. It's where, you know, it's ruled by Venus. Saturn is exalted there because it's the harmony of the masculine and the feminine. So you really need to get that balance, get that harmony in your life again, so that you're not, you know, led astray down this, like, really, I don't know, fucked up path that I'm just seeing here. Again, y'all motherfuckers need Jesus. That's what that's what I'm kind of hearing. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm feeling here. And I make a joke of it, but, you know, it's that kind of situation here where it's like you need to pull yourself, you know, pull the reins back and, you know, get back on track and understand, you know, why you're doing these things, why you're indulging in these things over your responsibilities, over your priorities. And if they're not priorities and you don't want them to be your responsibility, get rid of them, you know, and that minimizes the guilt. That just, you know, it's like throwing stuff out in your house. It's like, yeah, I could keep it, but then, you know, there's all this rigmarole of, like, you know, whatever it is. It's like, just throw it out. You know, then you don't have to think about it. Then you don't have to worry about it. It's just done. You make that executive decision where you just get rid of it. And if it was meant to be, if you want to do it again, you have to pick it up at a later time, and you have to be prepared to pick it up at a later time. And sometimes we have to do this with people, and just set those boundaries. Just be like, no more. I can't do this. I won't do this. My focus is on this. And seriously, if your focus is on indulging in things, let it be that. Let loose, do that, but don't do that while you have other things that you need to attend to. You need to make a choice. The Lover's card, you need to make a choice. What is it going to be? Is it going to be this 100%, or is it going to be that 100%? Because right now, I see this disharmony that's kind of happening here. I hope that you enjoyed your reading. Good luck, and I'll speak to you next time. Bye.